Alright guys, we're going to kick the stream off a little earlier than I anticipated tonight. So we're going to start the stream up right now, about 5 minutes till the hour. So I'm going to switch over to my normal screen so you guys can see me come in right now. Alright, let's move this over a little bit here. There we go, guys. Alright, fix that. Perfect. Excellent. Excellent. Just waiting for the screen to catch up now. We should be good to go. Here, perfect. Hopefully it comes up good. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay in the chat. Moderators, hopefully we get some guys coming in tonight. We're talking about Funko Fair 2023. That's what we're going to be discussing. I'll be putting links into the chat. Moderators, please make sure that you post it when anybody new comes in so they know where we're looking at so they could be referred to the correct area, if you will, please. So, again, we do these streams. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming in. We're getting a lot of new subscribers coming in because of YouTube Shorts, YouTube Shorts, and I'm doing lots of YouTube Shorts now across the channel. This consists of, for YouTube Shorts, I'm doing everything different. I'm doing all things across the board. I'm doing my pets, I'm doing just weird events, things that I'm going in my daily life, posting all this stuff to YouTube, as well as my standard long-form content and some collectible stuff as well. Usually stuff in YouTube Shorts, if you're not familiar, is usually between 15 seconds up to 1 minute. I'm also going to be featuring normal Funko stuff every single time. So keep your eyes open for Funko reviews that are going to be done as well. Those are going to be basically 1 minute, kind of 1 minute videos is the idea for those for YouTube Shorts. So I'm going to be doing those a lot. Hey, Kane, thanks for coming into the stream tonight, my friend. We're going to be doing Funko Fair 2023. It was a 3-day event. Started on January 18th, January 25th, and I think February 1st. Unfortunately, the February 1st releases that were dropped aren't even on Funko's site. So I'm going to be posting it through Funko's site for day 1 and day 2. Day 3 is a different website, which I'll post in the chat. And the moderators will make sure that they post that stuff into the chat. You may notice that the subscriber count looks a little higher than it normally is. That's because of the YouTube Short stuff. Again, if you just popped in before I went over all that, the rigmarole, YouTube Short side, the idea of it, again, is to just drive traffic to the channel. I'm getting a lot of subscribers. I'm putting a lot of wacky stuff, a lot of stuff for my pets. I'm doing stuff based off collectibles. I'm doing stuff for weird events. Anything that's kind of off the beaten cuff is what I'm doing for YouTube Shorts. Drink for tonight, guys, is some Mountain Dew Old School. We're going to go old school tonight. Hopefully we can knock this out in 30 minutes. My wife's, unfortunately, I think she's gotten food poisoning. So I want to run out to the store after the stream and get her some ginger ale to help ease her stomach. She's not feeling very well right now. So, with that being said, the pickups for this month have been very, very small. I've done some toy hunting. The only thing I really picked up, and I did a full video, I did a YouTube short about it, is of course the dungeon, it's called the Dice Link. This is the Ember, I think it was Embercaw, I think it was called, or Themberchow, I think it was called. It's the Red Dragon. I did a full review of this guy, as well as a YouTube short for him. It's a pretty neat little toy. I think it was $14 US. But this turns into a D20 die. But it's really neat. It's basically like a transforming die. Of course, it's Hasbro Transformers. So it's literally a transforming die. It turns into a dragon. I thought it was neat. I thought it was cool. That's the only reason I bought it. I did a couple videos for this guy. So, that being aside, put that thing aside. Again, if you're someone watching us on video on demand, thank you for coming to the channel. We do these streams the very first Tuesday of a given month, usually 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless there's some type of big event that happens and I'll stream more often. But usually it's once a month. Usually I replace my Tuesday video, which I normally shoot content on Tuesday and Thursday. That's my long form content. My short form content, which are the shorts, I usually try to post something every single day now, except for the long form content. Like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there'll be my normal videos, and almost every other day I usually try to put something up. So I'm trying to do now, again, to drive more traffic to the channel so people will watch this content, and that's the idea for the shorts. So again, we're talking Funko Fair 2023. This is basically Funko's way pushing out product, their upcoming releases is what they're talking about, and a lot of pre-ordering from different websites. I'm not going to go to their site specifically for the items. I'm going to bring the stuff into the chat now to talk about what we're looking at. So literally, this is off of Funko's website, and this hopefully is going to be a 30-minute stream, guys, maybe 45 minutes at the most. This is the link. Moderators, please make sure you just post this. If people come into the chat, just drop that into the chat so they come in. Again, normally this stream would start at 9 o'clock on the dot. But again, my wife's not feeling well, so I want to kind of start the stream. Hopefully end it a little bit sooner than I would like to, so I can go grab her some medication, some ginger ale to help ease her stomach. She's not feeling well. So that being put aside, let's kick this off. So Funko Fair 2023, day one was on January 18th. All this stuff is available now on Funko's website, at least for day 1 and day 2. But day 3, they did not post it. I just checked it again just a few minutes ago before I started the stream, and it's not there. Moderators, let me know if the sound is okay in the chat. Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty well. Let me know. Let me know, Jackie. Let me know, Titus, if you can hear me okay, Ken. So day 1 is, of course, day January 18th. I'm going to switch over now to my other monitor so you can see what we're talking about. So over here, and I'll pop up in the chat again. And we'll just walk through this stuff real quick. There's 29 slides for day 1, and then I'll put the link in for day number 2. So day 1, I had a lot of anime stuff, a lot of Demon Slayer. I said before many times, I'm not the biggest anime fan. If you guys are, this may be something you'd be interested in. As far as Demon Slayer, a lot of exclusives it looks like here. Let me see if I can kind of zoom in a little bit. About 125 looks to be the best. Yeah, 125 looks to be the best here. So that's the, thanks Kane. So this is Demon Slayer stuff. If you're a fan of anime, it might be up your alley. Again, it says Funko Fair 2023. It was sort of like a fair. That's the idea of Funko Fair. Next one we have here is, again, more Demon Slayer stuff. If you're a fan of that franchise, that IP, this may be something you'd be interested in. A lot of exclusives, a few 2-packs they have going on. In this particular one, I don't know all these characters. You'd have to let me know because I literally have no clue. I have stopped watching anime a long, long time ago. Next one we have here. Thanks, Jackie. Again, this is Walmart stuff, Hot Topic stuff for more Demon Slayer. It looked like day 1 was a lot of Demon Slayer stuff. I do remember this, and the reason I didn't put a video out to talk about Funko Fair is I wanted to wait till the 3rd day stuff dropped, because there was a lot of Star Wars stuff on the 3rd day, and some Stranger Things stuff as well. There's one particular IP that I'm very interested in. I talked to Jackie about it already, and I'm thinking about getting the full line. I haven't decided yet. They have Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. The name looked, the way the spelling was there looked a little weird to me. That's, of course, a video based on a video game. Think of like animatics for like Chuck E. Cheese based animatronics that go crazy and haywire and kill people. Usually it's like a security guard. You have to stay there for 5 days. That's, I think, the gimmick of the game. Again, I haven't played it. I've seen videos of it. Some keychains for it. They have the blind boxes, which might be a good thing for maybe Rook 180 possibly. If you're going to ask, is Rook 180 coming back? It probably will. I just haven't got around to shoot anything yet. I haven't picked up any blind boxes for it. If you know any good blind boxes, please let me know in the chat or comment to the stream. Because ones that can really target for doing Rook 180. If you're not familiar, Rook 180 is basically me trying to do quick form content of doing full unboxings and review in 3 minutes or less. If I can't physically review that particular product, it means packaging, unboxing it, talking about the paint, articulation, and accessories in 3 minutes, 180 seconds or less, then I will give those away in a giveaway, whatever those items are, to whoever wants to enter a giveaway for those items. So that is Five Nights at Freddy, slide 7, slide 8. Yeah, me either, Jackie. More Five Nights at Freddy stuff. Five Nights at Freddy's again. Plushes, it looks like plushes this time. More plushes. They have something called Brandel. I think it's called Brandel Ist. I have no clue what that's all about. If you guys know, hit me up in the chat, please. I have no clue what this is all about. Day 1 had a lot of weird stuff. Again, Brandel Ist. They have 3 of the Civil War pops that basically nest together. This is kind of neat for Amazon. I think these might be all Amazon exclusives. The idea is that they're like how Civil War, you had heroes versus heroes going off against one another, and you pit them. I think you attach them to this gray base, and they're like octagonal, so you can just attach them in different orders and configurations, which I think is a pretty cool idea. A little bit different idea for Funko. They usually haven't done stuff like that before. Some neat sort of idea. Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, again, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is coming out soon, so they're kickstarting it with the new Guardian Funko Pops here, which look decent. I'm okay with the movie. I'm not the biggest fan of Guardians. I'm not the biggest fan of Marvel. Again, I've said it many times before, I'm a DC guy, I'm a Green Lantern guy. That's where my bread and butter is all about. So, I mean, they have a Target exclusive here. They got Box Lunch Rocket there as well. Guardians of the Galaxy will have Adam Warlock, which they did kind of hint at that at the end of the second Guardians movie. We have the Flock version of Cosmo, which looks neat. Again, I'm not the biggest Guardian fan. We have a jumbo-sized Groot, which I believe jumbo-size, correct me if I'm wrong, I think jumbo is a 10-inch pop. So that's going to be a 10-inch Groot at Target. Target's really known to have 10-inch pops, and Walmart. Those are two stores usually have 10-inch pops. Again, we're doing some Mountain Dew today, guys. Keychains right there. We have, it looks like, more plushies. And they have some sodas coming in. Again, some Guardian sodas. Of course, if you're not familiar, these Funko sodas usually always contain a standard version of the character and a chase for every single soda. Has the opportunity of getting a chase. That's why people like the sodas a lot. More Guardian sodas. More Guardian sodas again. Mantis Drax. Cosmo, the normal one, and the Flock one. The Cosmo one looks good because it looks more like a dog. It looks like a traditional dog. Funko knows how to do pets really, really well. They got Sir Mix-a-Lot, Posse's on Broadway. Baby Got Back. It does have the parental advisory sticker kind of on the album, which looks really, really neat. DMX. We have some DMX pops coming out. And this is what I was excited about. I talked to Jackie about this. I used to, years ago, loved Gilligan's Island. I loved that show. I watched it growing up as a kid. There was a few shows growing up as a kid. Gilligan's Island, Airwolf, Knight Rider, Street Hawk. Those are shows I grew up when I was, in my early years when I watched TV back in a long, long time ago, in the before time. But I love Gilligan's Island. I think the pops definitely are inspired by the show. You can see the facsimile of what they've taken from the show and mirrored it to the Funko itself. I think it looks really, really good. I'm very, very tempted to go into this line. The problem is I think there are 7 castaways, so there's going to be 7 different pops, not including any exclusive they may have. It does have like the 100 years for Warner Brothers at the bottom over here. They're doing a lot of this 100-year stuff going on at Warner Brothers. They're doing what Scooby-Doo. They're doing a Scooby-Doo and Looney Tunes crossover, which is really, really odd. So that's what the 100-year kind of celebration is going to be kickstarting for Warner Brothers. So we got the Skipper, we got Lovey, we got the Millionaire, of course. We got Gilligan, Professor, Marianne, and Ginger. All look good. And we have, of course, Ron, Harry, Hagrid, and Hermione in a big sort of Hagrid's hut sort of playset. Not playset, but a diorama piece. Very similar to like the Queen's albums. We talked from Walmart. A lot of the rock albums, they did these sort of menagerie pieces where it's just a lot of characters in a very, very big piece like this. Yeah, I think they're all gone. I think Marianne just passed recently. I think they're all gone. I think maybe the Professor might be still alive. I could be wrong. I think you might be right, Jackie. So that's day 1 of Funko Fest 2023. Let me get you the day 2. We're gonna go to day 2 now, guys. Here's the link for day 2. Moderators, everybody comes into the stream, make sure you give them that link. Day 2 had a lot of Disney stuff. A lot of Disney stuff were kicked off for Funko Fair 2023. The old school Steamboat Willie from Funko here, which looks good. Looks like Walt Disney driving a train. I believe this is going to be kind of a set. They've done these sets before where they had different trains. You have the locomotive, and each car will have a different character. They've done this before for Disney. I think on several different variations. They've done, I think, hero ones. They've done villain ones as well. They've done Nightmare on Elm Street. They've had one as well. So it looks like the kick starting it off with, of course, Walt Disney, which makes a lot of sense for the locomotive. Then I have here Mickey Mouse number 7, which is the metallic pops. These are all metal. These are all metal pops. They look like a pop, but when you take the casing off, literally the casing is laser etched. So you take the casing off, you slide the character into it. It is full metal, die-cast metal. The one next to it is a chance of having a chase. You're not guaranteed a chase. But that's a chrome. They've usually, from ones I've seen for DC and for Marvel, every single time they've done a chase, it's been some type of chrome variation of that character. So again, we got 36 slides on this one, so I'm going to kind of fire through it. We got some Lilo and Stitch action from BAM exclusive. Fluffy has a new pop. He's kind of really into the collectible market. He has tons of sideshow stuff. He is a big fan of Funko. So this is just like a Jack in the Box. I think he's a big fan of Jack in the Box. So I did one of him with his kind of Hawaiian shirt of Jack in the Box. He's got the Jack in the Box bag there. He's got a taco in his hand. Listed as special edition. Most likely, I think this one was from his website, I believe. Usually anything that's for Fluffy, for Gabriel Iglesias, usually those pops are specifically sold on his site. And moving on, we have some Jurassic Park stuff, more sodas. Dr. Ian Malcolm, normal version of him. Chase one, of course, is him with the busted leg, which looks really good. The Mickey Chase probably, I want to say it's probably 1 in 6. I would assume it's probably 1 in 6. Usually chases do mention that. Let me go back to see if they say anything about that, Jackie. Let me go back to see if they say anything about the odds. No, they'll mention the odds. I probably would make a guess if you ordered a case of them, which are probably are sold in the cases of 6, you'd probably be guaranteed a chase. I would make the assumption, but I could be wrong. We, of course, Parks and Recreation, not a fan of the show, don't know much about it. I think I watched a couple of the episodes. I think I watched the first season. Wasn't a big fan of it. People were telling me it's like a version of The Office. People who made the American Office show made Parks and Recreation, and to me, it's just trying so hard, it just falls flat. Moving on, we got our Batman soda, which is, of course, the 1966 Batman, which is the Adam West Batman. He has the pink sort of mask on that one with a batarang. We got some Stranger Things pop action, Steve Harrington. I think that was from season 2, maybe season 2, with the gloves and the glasses. Again, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. We got some Star Wars Padme Amidala Chase version, which looks to be a metallic version. Yeah, I think it's 1 out of 6, I believe, guys. I could be wrong, though. I think it's 1 out of 6. Again, the 4th pop. This time it's Black Widow. As you can see from the image, how the teams are kind of coming together. You have Black Panther on one side. You have Black Widow on one side. You have Ant-Man on the side. And, of course, you have Captain America, Steve Rogers on the other side, of the left side versus the right side. So I think it's 6 on 6, I want to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's going to be consisting of 12 pops, 6 for each team. So it's going to be a 12 pop set. I'm not a big fan of massive sets for pops. When you have maybe 4 or 5 pops in a set or 6 pops in a set, that is stretching it to me. The biggest one I had probably was the 2, 4, 6, 8. It was technically 10 of the Batman and Popsters. Came out in 2016, 2017 when I first got into Pops. That was one of the biggest sets I collected for a full set. It was about 10 different characters, so that was a heavy investment to go into. Now we have the Groot show, I Am Groot. I believe this is going to be an animated show coming out from Disney Plus sort of deal. It's basically Groot just dressed up in different costumes, so they're doing this thing now. There's going to be a soda Groot, which is a 3-liter, which are usually the big sodas, and the Chase version looks like kind of a translucent version or kind of invisible version of Groot. He's in his PJs, which he looks absolutely adorable. And these looks like minifigures, so the Funko mini mysteries right here. And these ones look really, really cute. Really cute. They look like they're kind of tapping into the Baby Yoda feel. That's what it kind of feels like to me. They're trying to get that cuteness factor on board here to try to kind of milk into that audience. People know Groot. People know Baby Groot. So I can see why they're going that direction. More Groot stuff here. Keychains. Another translucent, which is going to be a Funko Store exclusive. And him like with some nacho chips or some Cheetos. We have the Meek, Korg, and Thor. Dad bod Thor, or this is when he was, of course, heavy Thor, in, of course, Avengers Endgame. That's gonna be another big diorama piece. It's probably gonna be like maybe at least 1.5 to 2 foot long. I would make that as an assumption. We're on slide 15 here. Moving on, we have the Amazon exclusive old school Thor with a pin. They've been doing a lot of these pops with pins as well now. We have One Peg, which is an animated series. Again, not a big fan of anime. Don't know much about it. Hit me up in the chat or on the video on demand if you know about that stuff. I have no clue. Moving on, we have, again, more One Peg. A lot of chases that are happening here. They even have a glow-in-the-dark chase on this one in the corner over here. So, again, not much to do about that one. Very, very little. Again, more One Peg stuff. More One Peg stuff. Even more One Peg stuff. More One Peg. Now we have TLC. Yeah, the old school Thor, Desi Pop, thanks for coming into the stream tonight. Looks really, really good. We're on day number 2 right now, Desi. That's where we're getting the information from. If you wanted to see where we're at, we're on day 2 right now. Again, TLC, classic band. That's going to be the big record cover, very similar to the Queen album cover I did back in 2022, I believe. Moving on, we got Nickelodeon, which are doing puzzles now. So Funko has done puzzles before. It's kind of surprising that they're kind of promoting a puzzle now. Of course, it's SpongeBob. You have the Guardians, which makes sense with the new Guardians movie. We have an Avengers old school Hawkeye. That is a comic cover. It's basically Ant-Man attached, or he's holding on to Hawkeye's arrow when he shoots it. And I think, based on the image, what it looks like, yeah, I am correct. There is a miniature Ant-Man on his arrow, which is very, very cool. Great attention to detail for Funko and Target to do something like that. That's very, very cool. Next, an old school cover of Wolverine. That's from the limited issue miniseries. It was a 6-issue miniseries. I believe that might have been issue number 1 of the miniseries. Very classic design, very classic comic version of Wolverine. If you're a fan of that particular book, you might want to pick this one up. It's probably going to be, I want to say $15 or $20 US at Target. Now we have the What If series. Of course, we have Supreme, I think it's called Supreme Hunter Spider-Man. Supreme Hunter Spider-Man. Again, chase version, non-chase. We have the Zombie Iron Man as well. You have T'Challa Star-Lord. I didn't see the What If cartoons. I don't know much about it. You have, of course, the Strange Supreme. Then you have the Loki, Frost Giant Loki. My Hero Academia. Not much of a fan of the anime. I know it's a big anime up to the levels of like Dragon Ball. People love Dragon Ball. I think they also like My Hero Academia. I heard it has a massive fan following. Something like Naruto. I know it's a big fan following as well for these newer animes. So My Hero Academia has something coming out. I think it's a piece that put together. If you look at the top here, they show you which figures that are part of this wave that have come out, and I guess you attach them as like a diorama piece, which is pretty cool. Yeah, one of 6 pops that nest together to collect and to build your own set. Yeah, I heard it was very good, Desi. I didn't see it, but I heard it was very, very good. Of course, My Hero Academia. These are the Pocket Pops. And we have Ted Lasso. Don't know much about it. I think it's sort of a sitcom. No clue about that one. And I have another Jurassic Park based on kind of the old movies, which is the original classic Jurassic Park, the OG one. And we have Megadeth coming out for a metal series, which is very cool, which is basically their mascot. Moving on to day number 3. And this was kind of a big day they had for Funko. I'll drop this in the chat if you want to follow along. This came from Pop Insider. Unfortunately, if you go to their website, Funko's website, day 1 and day 2 is the only 2 listed here. Here's their announcements. And day 2 is here, but there is no day 3. It's not on their site yet. They haven't updated it. So moving on to day 3 here. Basically, day 3 had a lot of Star Wars stuff. We have a brand new Jabba. We've had Jabba before, which was a Walmart exclusive. I think it's different than this one. I don't know the scale of it. I don't know if it's going to be like the same size scale. I've actually owned that one. I sold it, but it was. It was like this big. It was big. Vader in a Pop Moments series one with Luke. We have the glow-in-the-dark Luke here, which I don't know about that one. Maybe it looks to be. I think it's the Entertainment Earth. That's what the sticker looks like. I don't know if they're all Entertainment Earth or just this middle Luke one. You got 3PO being floated. You got Luke with a blaster. You got Vader after he got wrecked by Luke. You got Wicket. You got Leia in the bounty hunter outfit. You have Leia on not Hoth, but um, I'm drawing a blank on the name now. Not Tatooine. Hoth. The Ewok world. Help me out, chat. I'm drawing a blank on the Ewok home world. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. What type of geek am I? Let me try to redeem myself. Endor. Wow, had a brain fart there, chat. I had a brain fart. That's really bad, really bad. Next we have, this is kind of neat what they're doing. Again, they're doing more of this nesting stuff. They're doing the sailing barge. So you have Luke and Chewie on two sides of the sailing barge, and you link them together. So it's basically 6 pieces that will connect this barge together. I think that's a neat idea. Will I go into it? I don't know. Maybe, depending on the price. If this is like, it's probably gonna. It feels to me kind of like a Pop Deluxe, but the difference of Pop Deluxe is that you only have the top of the figure, then you have the vehicle. This one, it might be like a Pop Ride, or it might be a Pop Moment. One of the two. Because usually when you have a Pop Deluxe, again, it's like top and the bottom of the vehicle. A Pop Ride, you have the character that can be removed from the vehicle itself. This one kind of looks to be a combination, but you don't get the whole vehicle. You get a piece of the vehicle you make the barge with. So I think that's really cool. These look to be Target exclusives, I'm guessing, but I do like that idea. The problem I have is I have no clue where I would put that damn thing. Because it's going to be probably, I mean, based on what I'm seeing here, if you're putting 6 of these things together, it's probably going to be about maybe 2 feet long. It's going to be really, really big. So I like the idea and the concept. I don't know how it come across with the execution. We have to take a look at that going forward. Now they have a lot of WWE stuff coming out here. You got Ted DiBiase, him like with the $1 million belt over his shoulder, and him throwing money. Typical Ted DiBiase. The Chase version, of course, of him in the money outfit, which looks really, really good as well. You got Bianca Belair. You got Rhea Ripley, and you have Ricky Steamboat in his dragon outfit. Yeah, anything you're going to get, Decky? You have a Cody Rhodes, and you have an old school Rock. The only difference between this Rock and that Rock is this looks to be a metallic version. This is how Rocky Maivia, that was the Rock's original name. He was supposed to be a white meat babyface. This is a Funko exclusive, store exclusive. I don't know about that one. You have, of course, WrestleMania. You have Hogan and Mr. T. Then they're going back to these gumball candies. We've seen these before in the past. They came out a long, long time ago. Of course, again, Ricky Dragon Steamboat in his full dragon garb, which I do like that pop. I didn't mention it before. I do like that one. Am I going to buy it? Probably not. They have the gumball kind of pops, which are like little gumballs on the inside, and they're a clear version of Freddy Funko on the outside. It's a pop candy item. What's cool here, I didn't even know about this. Each clear hollow plastic area case is filled with real edible candy. So you can take the contents out and put your own stuff in. So I do like that. Yeah, that would be all up in your alley probably, Desi. They had a lot of One Piece ones this particular year. Again, not a big fan of animes, especially the newer stuff. I'm more of an old school anime guy. Give me my Dragon Balls, give me my Robotech, give me my Star Blazers. Again, I'm old school anime. Titus, we'll be showing more Star Trek and Star Wars stuff. I'm going to be showing probably a few more things out. I had something penciled in to do my Evolution of Boba Fett Volume 2. I just haven't got around to it yet. I've gotten more Boba Fett pops. I did a 2016, 2017, I did a Evolution of Boba Fett. And I think I had 4 pops at that time to show the character's growth of where he started, the first original pop that came out for Funko, to the pop that was most recent at that time. There's a lot more pops that are out now for Fett. I would like to go back and revisit that to do a 2.0 evolution video. Even Ahsoka could be a 2.0. I think I might have done a 2.0 Ahsoka video. I know that Rey had several different pops, which is an idea as well I was toying around with. Star Trek, I may, down the line, let me grab it real quick, do a video on this guy. Right here. I do have my favorite ship in Star Trek, which of course is the Defiant. I love this thing. It's cool. Phase cannons. Cloak. So this is something I may review. Unfortunately, I don't have the box any longer. The nose cone, which is basically a warhead that can shoot off from the ship. This, of course, is my favorite ship in Star Trek. I love the Defiant. I've always loved it. So it may be something I will possibly review at some time. I just haven't decided when yet. I might go and actually do a full review of that thing. Again, I can't unbox it because they don't have the box any longer. So the edible candies are pretty cool. Now they're doing DC superheroes. We got Batman, Joker, and of course Wonder Woman. They're coming right behind it. We have Care Bears as well. They have the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Of course, we have Scarlet Witch when she was kind of scarred. This one, we have another Amazon exclusive now on day 3, which is the 5th of the 12 pops that will nest together. Of course, I mentioned those 12 pops, 6 on each side. So we have Wanda on the other side next to Captain America. And we have Willow. I finally got my wife to watch Willow. She never watched it before. She thought it was okay. Of course, they have the brand new Willow TV show that came off the back of this one, which came out, that new TV show, I think just dropped this year, and it's been years in the making. So this is based on the original Willow movie, not the new stuff. So I do like that. Am I going to buy into it? Don't know. I really liked the movie. I thought it was great. Yeah, that Jack, to go back to your question, The Rock that you saw there, let me go back up a little bit here. That's how The Rock looked when he first broke into wrestling. This is how he originally looked. This was he wasn't known as The Rock. He was known as Rocky Maivia. That was his ring name. The Doctor Strange stuff looks good. Glow in the Dark one, that is a Entertainment Earth exclusive on that one. Her being all scarred up. I do like the quote that she made where she said that, Doctor Strange can change the multiverse and that's okay. But when she does something, she's vilified. I like that little quote, and she's not necessarily wrong. So if you never saw the Multiverse of Madness movie, I liked it. The wife, not so much of a fan, but I liked it. Moving on to when we do the shadows, I'm not sure what that's all about. That's what it looks like here. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. Well, excuse me, what we do in the shadows. I have no clue what that's all about. Guillermo del Cruz, no clue what this is all about. This is, I would assume some of a horror-based thing. Yeah, they are. This one here is looks like Entertainment Earth exclusive. I would say an Amazon one on that one. Moving past that, we have Hendrix, kind of in like a blacklight version of Hendrix, which makes sense. And we have Cyndi Lauper. She's getting her own pop, which looks to be Entertainment Earth. Let me go back to what you had there. That Hendrix is Entertainment Earth and Box Lunch. What we do is Entertainment Earth. Willow's Entertainment Earth. To answer your question, Jackie, this one is Entertainment Earth. That is Amazon. It has it listed at the bottom. Lauper Cher is coming a diamond version of her as well. We have Boruto. Don't know anything about that one. Maybe Desi Pop can fill us in on that one because this looks to be some type of anime stuff. Maybe it's Naruto. Is that Naruto, Desi? If you're still in the chat, hopefully. It looks like a Naruto based on what I'm seeing here from this image here, that little headband thing they got on his head. I think it's Naruto in that one, and they look like tikis, like they have a backdrop here for each pop. And then we have Back to the Future. We have Marty McFly from Back to the Future 2. It would look like. And then I have this one, which is the Stranger Things Dustin, Eddie, and the Demo Bats. I still have not yet gotten my Eddie Target Pop. I've been looking for them. I've not yet been able to find one. Unfortunately, they've not come back into restock. I've heard rumors that Ollie's were getting them. I heard that Target was supposed to restock them. They have not yet restocked in my area, unfortunately. This was near our top of the camper, and he was doing his guitar solo, playing Metallica's Master of Puppets. If you've never seen the scene, I highly recommend it. Very, very good season for Stranger Things Season 4. It was really, really good. And that is it for day 3. I don't know what you guys' feelings are on that. Again, for me, Gilligan's Island is a must. I need to get that. Again, there are 7 pops in that wave. It's going to be an expensive wave to purchase. I haven't bought a big wave since I bought into the Married with Children wave. That was the last wave I really kind of bought into as far as a lot of pops themselves. Don't know yet. I'm really tempted to buy into it just because of the nostalgia series, the nostalgia sake. I really would like to get it. Yeah. Yep, I definitely have my eyes on the. My eyes are definitely on the Gilligan's Island one. I have Knight Rider. I have Kit and Michael Knight. Have Hasselhoff's, which came out as a pop ride. I'd love to get Airwolf if they come out with an Airwolf. I think that would be great. Street Hawk, I would love to get one of those as well. Again, I'm a big fan of the old school 80s. I don't think we've come out with Greatest American Hero yet. Love that TV show. We don't have that here. But yeah, I think the Funko Fair 2023, all things considered, looks to be pretty interesting. Again, this is just to show their products over a period of time. This was not to say, hey, they're going to a convention. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't like Emerald City Comic Con, New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, nothing like those cons. Rather, Emerald City, San Diego, then New York, in that order. But yeah, it looks to be just them just doing pre-releases and showcasing these new products. It's like a coming attraction, pre-order, if you will. You would think they would do something like this, like for Toy Fair, but I don't think Toy Fair this year was that good, based on what I've heard. I think, or Toy Fair is even coming up. I can't remember. I thought Toy Fair was in the beginning of the year, maybe further. It might be coming up sooner rather than later. I thought it was in the beginning of January was Toy Fair, but I could be wrong on the dates. Again, if you know, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, please. Gilligan and Marianne look good. Let me go back to them real quick here. Pop them back open. I think Gilligan looks good. I like it because that was like one of the scenes from the show. He was like, he's basically the first mate, and he has all the gear all over him. I do like what they did with that. From what I'm seeing, though, based on these releases of these 7 pops, it doesn't look like there's any type of chases or exclusives. Could they make them? They probably could. But I don't see any chases or exclusives, at least, so that's good to know. Very, very nice, Jackie. So that's it for the stream tonight, guys. Again, we're going to do going between 30 minutes and 60 minutes. Again, I started the stream a little bit early. As I mentioned before, beginning of it, my wife's not feeling very well, so I'm going to go and pick up probably some ginger ale for her to ease her stomach. She's not feeling too well right now, so we're going to cut the stream a little early tonight. Again, I do apologize. I mentioned 30 to 60 minutes. We did go for at least 40 minutes because I started 35 to 40 minutes. I did start a little bit early. So I do hope you guys enjoy the stream tonight. It will be going on video on demand. If you didn't catch the stream tonight, it will be going up probably around 10 a.m. tomorrow. Usually takes about 12 to 16 hours for the stream to propagate through YouTube. Again, keep your eyes open for my shorts. I'm putting shorts up every single day. Excuse me, that we don't shoot any normal content. Thanks, Frank Desi. Tuesdays and Thursdays, normal long-form content. We normally put that up. I'll probably still doing toy hunts, maybe every other week, maybe once a month for toy hunts on Sundays. But usually Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, probably even Saturdays. And if I don't do a toy hunt, there'll be a short going up in one way or another for those shorts. So keep your eyes open for that stuff, guys. I do hope you liked the stream tonight. Definitely remember to check me out on YouTube. Tell your friends about the channel. And that's it for tonight, guys. Catch me on the stream beginning stream at the beginning of March. The very first Tuesday of the month we'll be doing our next stream. So thank you very much. Apologies for stammering. So that's it, guys. We're going to be cutting it out in 3, 2, 1. Take care, guys. See you guys in the next stream. And bye-bye.